Welcome, 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 welcome. It's Sunday, April 27th. Thank God, a very busy Sunday. Not like the busiest Sunday we've had this spring, but pretty freaking busy. I'm happy to say. A lot of the business was just walk-in people checking things out, buying one or two things. As always, of course, lots of people walking in. Excuse me. Lots of people. Happy day of sun, Joe. Lots of people walking in who didn't buy anything, but a good number of people definitely interested. What is in my pocket here? A good number of people definitely interested in coming into a comic shop, seeing what's available, having some things in mind that they were looking for, and buying stuff. So that was really nice. I had a couple in that was looking at tons of stuff, and they kept talking about all these nerdy things and this and that. They like, but it was very clear they weren't going to spend money. And then they came right here to all the zines and small press stuff, and one of them was like, "Oh, I've got to get stuff by local people. I've got to get stuff by small creators." So she bought over $50 worth of stuff when she had originally made it pretty clear she wasn't going to spend money. So that was great. I love when people find things that they just can't pass up in the store. Excuse me. That they just can't pass up in the store. So that's good. I printed up, where did I put them? I printed up 3,000 labels today. We got some black and white logo ones. We got some black and white comics are for everyone. We got some color comics are for everyone, and that's the goal this week, is getting these on 3,000 comic books. I'm so unprepared for Free Comic Book Day. I've got boxes of stuff over here. There's a whole bunch more boxes in the back that all need stickers on them like crazy. I'm going to ask Conrad to help me. But otherwise, I don't want to take them home and do that. I hate that back and forth vibe. I probably will have to do it at the end of the week when I realize there's no time. I am doing a straight, I announced it here and I put it on social media today, straight 30% off the whole store. I had a bunch of stuff that I'm like, oh, we should discount this more. We should discount that more. And it's like, you know what? I don't have the bandwidth for it. I don't have the energy to go around to this shop one more time picking out, oh, this is discounted more and that. The big thing I'm going to try and get some of the single issues when we rearrange for the free comics, when I make space for all the free comics. I'm going to try and get some of the single issues with an extra special discount. I'll write a little sign for that. Extra special discount, $2 books or whatever. But that's it. Free Comic Book Day, Sunday, May 4th. 30% off everything. One day only. 30% off everything in the shop except consignment items. 3 free comics per person. 5 if you come in costume. 5 if you come in costume. We even have another special deal through Going Local Huntington, which is a small local organization that's trying to encourage people to shop local. You can go to Going Local Huntington online and see what the deal is. I'm not supposed to say it. You're supposed to find it out and then come here and get it. But you just have to say something to us and you get an extra free comic is basically what it is. Yeah, I'm trying not to make myself crazy about rearranging and running around and taking these books because Tuesday I'm going to have to get the books ready for the new week. And when I do that, I will start preparing space for free comics. That's my logic. I hope it's good logic. I hope it makes sense and works. But there's about 60 new titles. I can't keep up books to sell if I'm also preparing those. So we're not going to do that. But the big news that I got this morning, the big news is that all the plastic, the signs and the frames and everything that we ordered, all 3 boxes, have cleared imports and cleared customs, and will hopefully tomorrow, I hope, be loaded up with UPS and sent on their way to us. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know if we're going to have the signs in time for Free Comic Book Day. We certainly will not have them all laid out, and even if they come on Tuesday somehow, even if they come tomorrow somehow, we will not have all the new signs up for Free Comic Day, but I will use a few of them if I can. So keep an eye out for that information. We have a bunch of new books this week. Again, less and less and less ordered. I just did the final order cutoff for this week. A couple of single issues I went hard on, and I got one title that wasn't being ordered, and that was it. Anything else, people didn't order it, we didn't get. That's just where we're at. I know, Joe, I'm very with the customs because, again, it's not the sort of thing that we would have to pay extra tariffs on or any of that stuff. It shouldn't be, but it was a little nerve-wracking with all that stuff. And that's really where we're at. We are close to ready for Free Comic Book Day. If I don't have a Free Comic Book Day on the level of our past ones, if we don't make a few $1,000s on that day, we're kind of screwed. But we almost always do. Between all the people who just come in and buy one little thing with the extra discount and all the people who decide to stock up and buy big, we do well. So hopefully we will. I hope today is a precursor of summer. I hope we're gonna every Sunday and Thursday maybe just have people in and out getting stuff. It's kind of nice that it's quiet now. If I had a little bit more brain power, my head is just. But if I had a little more brain power, I'd start stickering stuff right now. I just don't want to have to deal with the mess that I leave behind tomorrow, when I have new boxes coming I'm not sure about. But if no one comes, this happens. We've talked about this numerous times here on the live stream. Sunday nights have become very odd. Sunday nights have become a thing that, like, after 7 o'clock, almost nobody comes in. I could literally, like, come over here, and I'm hiding behind this. I could stand in this spot where no one can see me and do things, do the stickering, and I probably wouldn't have to worry about anyone coming in at all. It's just how it's been. Thursdays have gotten to be the last hour or two are very busy. I would like to think that in the nice weather of the summer, when the sun is out this late, people will be out, but today it's a little chilly. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm happy with the business today. I'm relieved with the business today, frankly, and I hope that it's a sign of things turning around. I'm not incredibly hopeful. I had a guy come in. I've talked about this guy. The guy who talked to me about tariffs in February and was just telling me, oh, well, they'll just print them here in America, or oh, they know exactly how much, and he didn't know what he was talking about. He's come in, I've mentioned a couple times since, and try to, like, be nice and talk about, oh yeah, I understand there's this problem and there's that problem. So he came in today and said, you know, it's the second time. He was talking to me, and I said, well, we'll see if we make it through summer. He says, it's the second time you've said that. And I said, yeah, it's just really rough. He goes, because of the supply chain stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's just been bad for us in general. And then he did what I think he had come to do, but that conversation, like, drove him to it a little bit more. He then bought a whole bunch of books, which I think is that. I think he's been trying to come in and support the shop, but he doesn't know what he wants to buy. He doesn't know what we have that he would like, so it wasn't too busy, so I spent some time with him and he bought a couple of books, which was very nice. But all right, I'm gonna log off, and I will be reminding everyone all week as we do the live stream. Sunday, May 4th, if you are on Long Island, if you are anywhere near here and can make it out, it's always just an amazing day. There's just tons of people in costume, 30% off the whole store, tons of free books. Hopefully the lack of information I've gotten from Yao doesn't mean she won't be coming. So we'll have Yao Zhao, her husband John Lee, her students from the FIT comic creation course, all selling their zines and meeting people, and it's just going to be a tremendous day. I always get very excited for cosplay because we used to, if you Joe knows, because Joe knows from the old podcast, but we used to be very big on cosplay. We used to do like a monthly cosplay thing, and I never have enough time. I love Halloween. If you've ever watched our live or seen our Instagram account on Halloween, I take tons and tons of pictures of people coming dressed up, and I kind of miss that we don't have that level of cosplay here. I would love to see some Rivals cosplay now that Rivals is big. Someone's dog dressed up like Jeff, a bunch of squirrel girls. That would be wonderful. I'd love to see some of the new movies and things that if people are really into cosplay. Please, if you know cosplayers, you know people who like to make, we would love for them to come out. And we'll definitely give even more. If you're like a high end cosplayer and you do it big, please let me know. Hit me up. We will definitely give you a bunch of more free comics or even some other stuff on sale for coming out and helping promote. I think that's really it for today. The big thing is, again, remember, May 4th, Sunday, May 4th, 1 week from today, thousands of free comics, 3 per customer, 5 if you come in costume, and 30% off the entire store. All right. Remember, until then, damn it, babies, you gotta be kind.